Good morning, everyone. Still in the process of fixing this. I mean, it looks fine here. I have to fix this. But we're going to Muskegon today to get a skull. And I won't tell you what kind yet. I won't put it in the thumbnail either. So you don't know what it is, but I do. And so we're going to Muskegon today to pick it up. And we're gonna go to some antique stores and stuff too. So come along with us. Second channel content. Close to Wednesday?
Yeah, there's a place called Brassman Vintage. It's a clothing store that's open. It's around the corner. There's...
Look how big it is inside compared to just my head. It's huge. By the way, I'm recording a clip for YouTube. Would you like to say hi to the YouTube people?
Hi, YouTube people.
For my bone tour.
Bones.
I mean, this is just a vlog of picking up this bone. This is not the bone tour. Look how cool. So the story behind this bear skull is that in the 80s, it was unfortunately shot and killed. And bear hunting, you know, still is a thing. I mean, but back then, this is what happened to him. And some person had it, maybe the person who killed the bear, I don't know, for a long time. And then in an estate sale, the person who I just bought it from had it, and they had it for 5 years. So it has been a skull for a very long time. Do you find anything open?
No.
Do you want to go to Grand Rapids?
We could do that, or we could. Do you want to go to the Muskegon Lake? We're not really right by the water. We'd have to drive a bit more to get to the water. Okay. Yeah, we can go back towards Grand Rapids to Century. What?
This is somehow only $2,000, Ben. It's huge. There's a ton of them. Let me know if you see any ones that are wall mounted or that can be wall mounted. What the heck? Pointed this out. What did you just say?
I said, did you do that in a past life?
You said, is that you in a past life?
Oh, I don't mean the frog.
You said, is that you in a past life?
You're not a frog in a frame.
What a random thing. I also love how it's not centered.
Yeah, it's a little off.
What the heck? Call me, beat me. These faces were here last time, and I don't know if this is offensive to anyone, but they are so creepy. Also, Ben loves looking at watches, so you'll see some pictures here of him admiring watches. And then I just took some pictures for y'all of some cool stuff that I saw. I saw this really fancy duck. I like ducks personally. This is a Shih Tzu, really, really, really tiny planter. Like the tiniest succulent would have to go in it. Here's some more ducks. I told you, I'm a fan of ducks. And then I saw this cool, really heavy metal lizard, and I was like, ooh, I could like spray paint that and put it in my gallery wall, but there's no mounting and it's really heavy, so. And I saw this really creepy cat. And then Ben drew my attention to this book. I'm just gonna, leave that there for you. And then I saw this really creepy little dog. And then Ben also pointed this sign out to me. I'll leave it to your imagination whether or not he followed the advice of that pig sign. And then he admired a phone. And then I saw this really gorgeous taxidermy. I don't know what species this is. Feel free to comment below if you know for sure. And then there's these creepy baby things that are like afraid of bees. I'm like, this is horrifying actually, because those are giant bees and tiny baby heads. And they're just like, oh, the bee is a threat. And I saw this cute dachshund teapot. Oh yeah, and I saved the best for last. I'm not sure why this was created, but it is so funny. Wow, we're sitting outside of this pizza and hoagie place. Or what would you say? Pizza and grinder in the Midwest?
I mean,
what do you call them?
These are subs mostly, so.
Oh, you call them subs?
Yeah, these are subs.
Well, I called it a hoagie.
Right.
So you're not calling it a hoagie, you're calling it a sub. That's what I just said. What do you people out here call them?
Probably subs. I don't think most people call them hoagies here. Maybe Chicago.
Where do they call them grinders?
Grinders are a whole different thing. It's like pizza bread, hot.
Pizza bread?
Yep. It's usually like...
That's a calzone.
No. This is a sandwich made of like thick pizza bread.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anyways, We're outside a pizza and hoagie place, right?
Yeah.
What's so funny?
We spent like a full minute on different kinds of
Like 45
sandwiches.
seconds, yeah.
Okay. All right.
So we're outside of a pizza place
Yeah.
slash hoagie slash sub place.
That's right.
Yeah. How do you think today went with the bear skull pickup?
It's good. If you described it, it would seem sketchy, but it was fine.
Yes, it would seem very sketchy.
Yeah.
How about you describe it?
Well, this guy told us to pull up to a warehouse and turn
right.
inside a fenced area.
That's
and then He
right.
brought us into his warehouse.
That's right.
Where he makes sculptures with skeletons. And
Sometimes he makes all kinds. It was
There's
like
other stuff.
walking into an antique store, kind of. There was a bunch of stuff everywhere.
Yeah, there definitely was a bunch
Yeah.
of stuff everywhere.
He also had a bear skull hanging on the wall that he like had for a really long time.
Yep.
So, I mean, there was stuff everywhere, and
Yeah.
and it was completely fine and normal, right?
Yeah.
And he was very chatty.
Nice guy.
Nice guy, yes. Because people who collect bones, while it may seem like a weird hobby, they're usually nice people, even if they're weird.
Yeah, just eccentric.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You know.
Yeah. So,
He told us to come back and visit his town when it was nicer outside.
yes. It was a wintry storm day. How would you describe the bear skull? What are your feelings about
It's
it?
really, really, like, in really good condition. Surprisingly good condition. It's pretty cool. Can't quite tell how old it would have been, but it doesn't seem huge, so it's probably like a smallish black bear.
You think this is this is skull of a not big black bear?
I don't think, yeah.
I held it up to my head, and
Well,
it
it's
was
still going to be big, yeah.
so. Well, black bears aren't huge to begin with. They're not grizzlies.
No.
So, like, the one that he had hanging on his wall would have been like a normal sized bear then too, right?
Yeah, and it had a way bigger, like, orbital.
Are you
area.
sure?
Yeah.
Was it bigger?
Yeah.
How much bigger?
Maybe like 25% bigger. So I think this might have been a smaller, younger bear, potentially. But they were hunting, so it couldn't have been.
Yeah, it had to be an adult. I mean, this is the 80s, though. I don't know what the laws were in the
I don't
80s
know,
about
I
bear
can't even
hunting.
tell you what the bear hunting rules are. It's never something I've considered, so.
So the reason he wanted to sell it, but the reason he couldn't ship it or like do anything with it that would travel borders is because there's specific laws about owning bear skulls or like taxidermy around bears. So it had to stay within the state of Michigan, and that's why
Yep.
I got it, because I am in the state of Michigan, and so is he. And it is now just sitting in this car.
You can trade whatever bear parts you need, as long as you're a Michigander.
Trade whatever bear parts you need.
Yep. That's how we barter here.
Bear
It's a
parts?
second form of currency.
Bear parts?
Yeah.
That's how you trade?
Deer parts, squirrel parts, yeah, pelts, you know.
No, bear parts. You use your bear parts to trade for things you want.
Yikes. That you can't do that here, no. Well, not officially.
Took you so long to get that one, Ben. Excited for this pizza and hoagie moment.
Me too.
I hope it's good.
It will be.
Okay, well, are you just willing that, or
Yeah, well, this place is good. I like it.
how do you know?
It's just good.
Have
Been
you
long-
had it?
Not in a long time, but it is good.
Oh, I thought you had never had it before.
No, I have. Yeah.
You've had-
Everybody that lives in this area has had it. So
You've had the hoagies?
I don't know if I've had the sandwiches.
Then you don't know if they're going to be good or not, do you?
I guess not.
That's right.
I guess not.
Would you like to say, everyone, farewell to this video?
Farewell
As
to
we
this
lose our
video.
daylight.
As we lose our daylight.
Farewell to this
Farewell.
video. Okay, goodbye.
Bye. I'm gonna
I'm back. I haven't left yet. I need to tell you about this food. It smells so fucking good. It's warming up my lap. Pro number 1. It smells... I can't even find a word that is good enough for how good it smells. If this tastes as good as it smells, y'all ain't gonna hear from me for a while. I'm gonna live on that feeling for a long time. It smells...
You're not gonna tell them how good it was? You're just gonna...
No, I'm gonna disappear and hide my secret.
Okay. All right. That's interesting. Okay.
You think if I discover like the fountain of youth but for food instead of aging, that I'm gonna share that with the general public?
You want to keep that. You want to keep that. To
That's
yourself.
right. That's
It's a
right.
secret.
But if it gets too busy and then the owners become too high and mighty and then the food starts to be like shit, then I lost my...
Some people will probably argue that this place's ownership is too high. It's like a local institution.
I'm just kidding. It smells really good, and it probably is really good. And I didn't tell him where it is though, Ben, because I didn't know where we live.
That's true.
So I can't tell you where it is anyway. But it's so good, and it's giving me New Jersey vibes because it's seldom. I mean, I don't think I've had like a proper pizza hoagie situation since I've been from New Jersey, and only when I go back to visit. But in my family, takeout is either like, you know, Chinese takeout, which in New Jersey is delicious, or you get just a fuck ton of hoagies. I'm talking probably like 10 hoagies, and everyone just kind of picks and chooses which one they want. I was always a turkey girl. And then with the lettuce and the oil, you know, and then pizza. And I'm a cheese pizza kind of girl. I like things very basic because I don't think you have to do a ton to improve upon the flavor that's already there. And I'm very excited, and this smells so good. And I haven't had food since breakfast. I mean, I had a muffin in the middle of antique store shopping, but like, it doesn't. Oh, we're passing the tornado damage.
Yes.
Fun fact: we had a tornado come how many miles from your house?
Less than 2.
Less than 2 miles from Ben's house. The one we've been renovating for years. Last year, and we had to like put off getting our electric work done because he was repairing the electric from the tornado damage. Yeah, it was crazy. Okay, I have the flash on so you guys can see, but I'm in my bedroom at Ben's house. Actually, there's a guest bedroom at Ben's house that I'm also decorating. This is the like master bedroom or whatever. Look at this gorgeous paint color. Also, what the heck? What happened to my wall? Anyways, this is my it's actually a jewelry box. It's not filled right now because I'm still in the process of moving, but see, jewelry box, ooh, cool. But I wanted it to look more blended in with the spooky vibes of the room, and I got this by winning a costume contest. I need to build like a white matter on it because it doesn't fit perfectly, and you can see like it cuts off. Anyways, I'm rambling. So this is where I have put the bear. I'll show you my other skulls. This is not all of them, but this is most of them, so consider this a kind of a bone tour. We have coyote, groundhog, rabbit. Coyote was found at an antique store. Groundhog was found by my sister and given to me to clean. And rabbit I found myself and clean. It was the very first one I ever did that for. This is the, let me try to put the flash there so it doesn't blind you guys. That is the possum video about cleaning it. And then that is the vole, which I found literally like before it had decomposed, and I just left it there and came back for it when it was ready. And an animal made off with the rest of it but left the head for me, so that's nice. And then here's the bear skull, and this is the like hips of the rabbit. I have the rest of the skeleton. I just need to set it up, which is why I can't do a bone tour yet, because it's not all together. So yeah, it, you know, fits, right? But except it doesn't, because look, it doesn't close. I found this, what do you call, shelf on Facebook Marketplace. And I was like, great, it's good to put my bones in because it has like all these kind of broken down sections. And then there's like a mirror in the background, which is cool. And it's got this cool, like kind of gorgeous red wood, which would go well with the green, you know, because complementary. But here's the problem. It don't fit. So I think what I have to do is I have to unscrew these up here, take this part off, even though that is part of the appeal, but it is what it is, and put the bear up there because he just all the way back, you know, he can't go back any further than this, and it doesn't close. So unfortunate, yes, very unfortunate, you know. But yeah, these are my skulls. Actually, you know what, we'll do like a mini skull tour. I'll go show you some other skull. This is Arthur or Thor. Art, Hannibal Lecter himself. This is Luis. Wow, you look scary with flash on, girl. I found a wild Ben.
Hey, I'm wild.
Your dog with flash on looks horrifying.
Her?
Oh yeah. I'll show you the video in a minute. So then, this is Timothy Chalamet. Don't ask why I named him that. I really don't know, other than the fact that like this is like a buck that, you know, is kind of smaller. His antlers are smaller, so I feel like, I imagine he's younger or smaller, and that makes me think of Timothy Chalamet or whatever. It's kind of weird. But he was originally named Thomas, and then for some reason I changed it to Timothy, so I don't know. He doesn't really need a name. Found this at an antique store in Traverse City, which is also where I found the coyote. And then here's my goat, which is not hung yet. Ben, would you like to model the goat for us?
Am I supposed to pretend to be a goat?
No, just hold it like, ooh, ah. You know, the goat. The goat. Ooh, ah.
Yeah, he's really cool.
Yes, his name is Philip, after, you know, the one from The Witch, the film. And he was on a hobby farm and passed away of natural causes. I have one more to show you. Don't mind my unfinished living room situation. And it's this one. So this is my little raccoon skull. Oh, just kidding, I have two more to show you after this. But this is my raccoon skull. It is wired into this frame with like a black background, so it's pretty cool actually. It lost one of its teeth when I bought it, but I still have the teeth, want the two, so I'm just gonna like, you know, put it in a jar or something because they're not really hanging on in here super well. That one started falling out literally as soon as I pick it up. In the guest bedroom, I'm currently storing these two. This is like a buck and a doe that are both wired into this frame. These two frames here with the black background, similar to the raccoon one because they came from the same place. And this one doesn't have any antlers. I wish it did, but it does not, but that's okay. And I was like, oh, I'll just put some on, except it does not have a nub on that side, so can't do that. But yeah, it will go in our bedroom, like on the side of, excuse me, she looks crazy. It'll go in our bedroom on the side of like the TV when I get to make that gallery wall, but that'll be a while. I actually still have 3 more skulls. I will save the rest of that for when I actually post an entire bone haul, but thank you for watching for like the 3rd time saying goodbye again.
Hey.
Arthur.
He's licking his wrist.
Yeah, his wrist. He's a weird dog. Goodbye.